Warming up the wrong way before you work out could really screw up the workout. So watch this video and see exactly which warm-up is perfect for you. Hey, what's going on? I'm Coach Brian, strength coach here with criticalbench.com, and I'm giving you a couple different types of warm-up styles that you need to do before you work out. A lot of the time, people just go right towards the cardio equipment and just spend 5 minutes doing nothing but just going through movements in hopes that it'll prepare them for movement or the exercise. So I'm not bashing cardio by any means. This is just one style of warm-ups that you can do to prepare your body for movement. This is not the best or the most impactful warm-up that you should do. It is efficient to getting the core temperature elevated, getting the heart rate elevated, but really, is it the best thing to do before you go do some heavy squats? Probably not. So in this video, I'm gonna give you 3 types of warm-ups that you should do depending on the workout that you have planned for that day. So obviously, cardio is a nice little warm-up. Anything that you do on the cardio is good to elevate the heart rate, elevate the core temperature, and just kind of wake up your body a little bit. 5 minutes, 10 minutes tops is all you need, but the warm-up should be a gradual progression towards a higher intensity workout or warm-up, if you will. So you're not gonna just putz around on a rower for 5 minutes and just get off the machine and just do some of this, you know? Once you get close to the 5-minute mark, you should be huffing and puffing, the body should be ready for movement, and you really shouldn't have to continue your warm-up. So again, cardio is great just for total body awareness and just waking up, but it's also good if you're a runner or participate in, you know, kind of more dynamic movements, like things like athletic, like sports or athletic movements. It's a great way to just get the body woken up. What I personally recommend is dynamic warm-up. So ditch that and get yourself into a little bit of space. Dynamic movement is the second type of warming up. This is kind of more like calisthenics, bodyweight movements going through dynamic ranges of motion. A lot of athletes do this to prepare their body for movement. High knees, you know, things like this, some butt kickers, jumping jacks, quick knee pulls, you know, a quick lunge, you know, stuff like this, leg swings. All the stuff that's done in an explosive manner. Now, dynamic warm-ups can also be a little bit more challenging, especially for beginners. And if you are a beginner, you still can participate in dynamic warm-ups, just go at a slower intensity. You're not gonna try to kick, you know, 100-yard field goals your first go around. You might just do some, I call them poop scrapes. Like if you step in some dog poop, you're just trying to scrape the bottom of your foot, stuff like that. Basic arm circles. This is another style of warm-up that you should be doing depending on the movement that's ahead in your workout. I still recommend dynamic versus all the other ones, like your cardio and what we're gonna talk about next, which is more mobility work. The dynamic is proven, scientifically proven, to be one of the most best and efficient ways to warm up the body preparing for movement. So let's say you're not an athlete, but you're a heavy bench presser, a heavy squatter. That's when you start wanting to go into more like mobility type of primal movements. So let's say you want to get warmed up for the heavy squat or a deadlift or heavy leg press, stuff like that. Yeah, it's going to be good to get the heart rate up, the core temperature up on a cardio piece. But what you might want to do is kind of skip over the dynamic movement and go right towards mobility movement, waking up joints and hips and also the tendon apparatus within your muscles. Stuff like deep squat pry, like, you know, stuff like this, like where you're really trying to open up certain muscles. Because when you start slowing things down, you're not allowing the body to completely exhaust the stretch, contract, the stretch reflex cycle. That what that means is that, think of a sprinter. You don't want a sprinter to be completely flexible and loose, because all that bound up and stored energy within a muscle, it's going to lose its potential the more stretched out a muscle becomes. So I'm not trying to stretch out and exhaust my body here. I'm just getting my body into certain positions that's going to prepare me for the movement. So if I'm going to squat today, I want to mimic the squat movement through different ranges of motion. You know, stuff like this. You know, these aren't static stretches by any means. look, on movement. So there is dynamic movement, but it's at a much slower pace. You know, these are functional mobility type of movements. You know, another great stretch is like the world's greatest stretch. Going through complex movements, opening up the body, preparing your body for movement. Really opening up known muscle groups that are gonna be worked in that particular movement. So let's say you're not doing anything on the lower body, you wanna do some upper body stretches or upper body warm up. You can still do, you know, T-spine twists. You can get some resistance band and do some band work. So out of these three, I would recommend all three of them. And what I mean by that is spend a few minutes on the cardio piece, 2 to 3 minutes tops, get the heart rate elevated, get over to do some dynamic movement, 3 to 5 minutes of that, do some mobility work, 3 to 5 minutes of that. If you're efficient in all three warm-ups, what's that gonna take, 10 minutes? But I just did a couple stretches there and my heart rate's already elevated, my breathing's already elevated, and I know for a fact that if you do all these three pieces of warm-up styles, your workout or your game is gonna be on fire. I guarantee that. So if you got a question about more specific types of warm-ups, go back to our channel. First, subscribe to our channel, but search within our channel warm-ups, foam rolling techniques, suspension strap training. There's so many videos that we've already created talking about certain types of warm-ups for certain types of movements. Check it out, but we love just giving you free information. And speaking of information, we have a report that we wrote. It's called Why Stretching Won't Make You Flexible. It's a little deceiving in the title, but once you read the report, you'll totally understand what we're talking about. It's free, it's for you, and it's right here. Click this box, give us your email. We're gonna send you this free PDF right now. Subscribe to our channel by clicking here and check out these other related videos that I know you're gonna enjoy watching and you're gonna find them helpful. If you've got a comment or question, post it down below. Love to hear from you. Hey, thanks for watching. I'm Coach Brian with CriticalBench.com. See you next time.